Hey everybody, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day you're watching today. Sasha here, and today's Tuesday, so you know what that means, y'all. It's another episode of Tuesdays with a T, the last for this month. And because it's the last month of May, we're closing out the 4T Sake collection with breathe in, breathe out, and you're a Zen Master. That would suck so much if I didn't have this camera level. But this is the last tea of the collection that my friend got me, Zen Master. It is a black and Pu-erh tea combination. And no quirky name, just black and Pu-erh tea. So let's go ahead and read the description. So it says, while the taste of cocoa lingers, meditate on the many layers of flavor in this full-bodied blend and all of the good things that will comfort and calm your soul. Om. Or in this case, yum. Brewing instructions. 1 teaspoon or 2.3 grams per 8 ounces of water. Fluid ounces, I should be more specific. 100 degrees Celsius, I keep wanting to say centigrade. 100 degrees Celsius or 212 degrees Fahrenheit. That is boiling water. And then you would steep for 5 minutes. So how I did my mug of tea right here is I don't know where the heck our household teaspoon measurement is. So I ended up using the Tivana, rest in peace Tivana, perfect teaspoon, which is a bit over a teaspoon. I think it might be 2 teaspoons. Then again, I could be wrong. But I ended up doing 2 of these, so it's probably going to be a real strong cup of tea, which I'm all for. And my kettle has the black function or the boil function, which is 212 Fahrenheit. Unfortunately, the kettle only timed the steeping time to 4 minutes. So I just let that timer run out and estimated the last minute. So it's around 5 minutes, y'all, that I steep this. Could be a little bit under, a little bit over. It's definitely not exact. I don't think I'm that good. So this has medium caffeine, and the cups are actually full this time around. I hope y'all can see that. The cups are full this time around, so it's 2 out of 3 cups. I've actually had my morning coffee, so this might have not been a good idea. I thought this wasn't going to have too much caffeine in it, but it's a bit much, and it's like around 1:45 in the afternoon. So hopefully I'm not up all hours of the night. I shouldn't be because this is still fairly early in the day. Okay, besides that, y'all, our ingredients include black tea, Pu-erh tea, cocoa beans, bamboo leaf, calendula petals, and natural flavoring. So when I took a whiff of this tea, y'all, I definitely got the cocoa beans. So this might be like a nice transition from coffee. So yeah, as I'm reopening this bag for y'all, definitely hit with the cocoa bean scent. Got a chocolate aroma. Okay. So this is how the tea looks, pretty much. Got the different, you can really see more of the bamboo leaf and the calendula petals. Not so much of the cocoa bean and the black tea leaves, but y'all, it's there. Okay. Alright. So this is the least amount of the 4 gift tins. I thought there was another one. Not sure if it was the blue tin or the white rose tin, but this is the least amount you get with the gift set. It's only 25 grams or 0.9 ounces of tea for this tin. Haha. Woo, still hot. So folks, hopefully I'm not gonna burn myself, but y'all know, if I do, it's not the end of the world. My tongue will heal. But brews up a nice, beautiful, typical black, like dark brown, like black tea. It's dark brown, almost reminiscent of black coffee. So here we go. This is Zen Master or Black and Pu-erh tea, unsweetened, down the hatch. Here we go, folks. So I get a lot of the fermented Pu-erh tea taste. That's just dominating all around. I don't really taste the cocoa bean. Calendula, I have no idea what that's supposed to taste like. I do get a bit of a floral edge, but I'm like really ignorant when it comes to a lot of these floral components in teas. Definitely tastes more like a Pu-erh tea, if anything, because the fermentation is real, folks. Not that it's a bad thing, but if they were to just call this a Pu-erh tea, then it's like, yeah, okay, I get it. I feel as though Pu-erh tea, though, unsweetened, is like a nice transition for if you're trying to drink black coffee without sweetener. It's got that fermentation kind of tart note, like a little bitter, not tart, bitter, more of a bitter note. But all right, folks, so sweetener time, still hanging in there. Y'all can see. I'm gonna be so sad when I run out of this. But I got plenty of sweeteners to take its place. But agave syrup, you've been a road dog. Just like Dave's honey. So I'm only gonna do 1 perfect spoon of the agave. That should be good enough. I'm about to drink it, not tell y'all. Okay, so this is 1 perfect spoon of organic agave for the Zen Master tea going down the hatch. Cheers. As to be expected, the little hint of agave kind of rounds out that, more pungent fermentation. It doesn't really bring out the cocoa beans, their presence. It just cuts out that fermentation. And it could be because I had, made this a pretty strong mug of tea. But I think it's fine, with the fermentation, because that's how I generally tolerate Pu-erh teas. Not so, like, I don't really care for sweetening them all that much unless the flavor kind of mends well with a sweetened note. But now for Pu-erh teas, like, I kind of like them left alone as is. So let's just jump right on into the verdict with For Tea's Sake Zen Master tea. So in the case of Zen Master, out of my rating scale of good, okay, bad, I would have to rate this tea. Well, first, let's do it unsweetened. Unsweetened, I'd give this tea a good. I'd actually give it a good. Like, if I was trying to wean myself, from using sweetener too much, I would definitely go to this tea. Especially, like, in the mornings. This would be a nice, like, iced coffee substitute if I didn't have coffee on hand. There's just something about the fermentation, the bitterness of Pu-erh tea, in which I could actually tolerate it. I don't know, maybe the black tea kind of curbs the intensity, the presence of black tea, but Pu-erh still kind of takes the show. Like, that's what I mainly get. That's what I mainly get with, this blend. Like, when you have fermentation present, that's going to take over the tea blend most of the time. Unless they only add in, like, a pinch of it. But fairly certain, if it's, like, in equal intervals that they put a black tea and Pu-erh tea, the Pu-erh tea is still going to come out stronger tasting. Because it's that much more fermented versus regular old black tea. Now, sweetened, I'd have to give... For sweetened of Zen Master, I would have to give it an okay. Like I said before, as I was like alluding to it in my previous statements, fermentation and sweetness, unless the overall flavor calls for the sweetness, like Numi has their chocolate Pu-erh, and the chocolate is much more intense than in here. It's like I barely taste it in here, y'all. But Numi has like a bunch of flavored teas, specifically flavored Pu-erhs that, go hand in hand with sweetness. Like, they had a mint one, a chai one, which I would definitely recommend. If they still manufacture that one, give that Pu-erh a try. I'm trying to think, what else does Numi have? Numi has mint Pu-erh, but like I said, mint Pu-erh is pretty good unsweetened. And there's also, some other tea blends from... Where else? From David's Tea. David's Tea, they make pretty much everything. And I believe Tivana used to make one that was like, you pretty much had to sweeten it. I forgot the name of it though, y'all, so forgive me on that note, but it was pretty much like, let me describe it. I think it was strawberry. Y'all. But if you know the name of that, please drop it in the comment section below. It's a strawberry flavored Pu-erh, and like that tasted pretty divine with the sweetener. Yeah, but other than that, folks, that's it. I'm not going to linger on too long. I don't want to take up too much of your time. Thank you very much for joining me on this last May episode of Tuesdays with a Tea, where we close out the collection. Zen Master, still pretty good. I'm not gonna knock it because, maybe if it was like Numi's chocolate tea, Pu-erh tea, it probably could have got a higher note with the sweetness. But unsweetened, it tastes pretty good. Like, I really wouldn't be so quick to sweeten it, which is rare. I mean, but I like finding more and more teas that have that characteristic, that they could be consumed without a sweetener, because I'm so quick to want to grab the sweetener. But if it doesn't call for it, don't fix something that ain't broke, So any questions, comments, suggestions, or small talk, don't be a stranger. Leave it in my comment section below. Any and all are welcome. Greatly appreciated. I love to read your comments, your thoughts and opinions, whatever you have regarding this company for tea's sake. Like I said before, in the first video of the collection, I could probably reproduce that website. But you can find the tea company, quick Google search. Their web address is for tea's sake, all one word, They also have a store on Amazon if you're interested in checking out some of their, merchandise. They have other tea brands too, or not tea brands, excuse me. They also have tea varieties too. So definitely, if you want something new, something interesting, a different take on what you're used to drinking, definitely give them a shout out and, try them out. Okay. So with that being said, folks, hope you enjoyed watching this episode as much as I enjoyed making it. I will see you tomorrow for Wellness Wednesday. Till then, take care of yourselves. Hope you had a wonderful holiday weekend. Gotta get right back into, motion with whatever we doing. The long weekend was nice, I will say. And I'm sure you feel the same way too. But yeah, folks, I will see you in the next video. So until then, take care. Bye now.